G'day everyone and welcome to the Trekzone Spotlight. Matt Miller with you. Well, it's that time of year again. Supanova is rolling around the country. Sydney last weekend, Gold Coast's turn this weekend, and waiting for me in the media room right now are two Aussie actors. First up is a veteran of Australian cinema and television. It's Mr. John Jarrett. John, thanks for joining me on today's show.
Thank you.
Now, you've been an Aussie, you're a bit of an Aussie icon in the acting scene. You've been around for a couple of years.
Yeah, 44.
Started out with Picnic at Hanging Rock. There's Wolf Creek there as well. What are some other notable titles?
And in between. Well, The Last Outlaw, I played Ned Kelly. These are quick highlights, quick 40 years. And then I suspect Fields of Fire, 1, 2 and 3. And then I did a film that I really loved that nobody knows called All Men Are Liars, which I thought was fantastic. I loved it. And then Wolf Creek, I suspect. Yeah, there's a quick 40 years for you.
And you have starred alongside Mel Gibson. Do you remember that?
Well, I cast the bugger, you know, so yeah, I do remember it. He was a NIDA student, him and Mel Gibson, and I actually, they lived around the corner, and I became mates of theirs, and when they were retrobates, and I went to NIDA and saw them in a play, and I had this movie, and I said, there's two actors that we should grab hold of, whose NIDA holidays are coming up, and put them in the movie, so they ended up in Summer City with me.
Well, fast forwarding a little bit, you have also starred in plenty of Aussie TV shows as well, McLeod's Daughters.
Yeah.
I believe there was Water Rats as well.
Yeah.
Quite a few others. What's the difference between Aussie cinema and Aussie television?
Well, early television was badly shot, not very well lit. The scripts weren't red hot, but that's way back. But now television is as good as the movies. Television has become a very exciting medium. I've done Wolf Creek films and two series on Stan, and they're shot like movies. I mean, Big Little Lies. You know, there's some extraordinary television going on now. So it's as good as movies. And the only difference between a movie and you know, a short 6-part TV series is that because they're episodes, it's episodic, and the movie is a contained story.
So is there a bit more time in a TV series to get to know your character and get into bed, if you will, with your character?
I don't think so. I think the preparation for any film or TV series is the same. You've got to get a good backstory. You've got to know exactly who you are. And then I call it page 0. You step off page 0 onto page 1, and it doesn't matter how long or short or indifferent the series is that you're working on, you've got to have it hammered from day one, because you could be shooting the last 3 scenes of a movie on the first day. That happens sometimes, you know. They don't get shot chronologically. Does
that pose a challenge for you as an actor, or is it something to
sink your teeth into? That's what I do. You know, it's like you pulling focus on this camera, you know. You're okay with it?
Yeah. Now, I believe that you have a film in the can that's coming up this year called Boar.
Yeah, Boar.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Well, it's about a bloody big pig the size of a rhinoceros, and it's coming out in the cinemas towards the end of May. And go and see it in the cinemas. Don't wait for television. If you want to see a huge pig coming at you, you should see it in the big screen. It's made for cinema, so go and have a look at it there. And it's really good. It's fantastic.
It's about a woman that's getting chased by a wild pig, isn't it?
You're calling me a girl? No, it's about a lot of people being chased by pigs.
A lot of people.
It's about a...
That's my quick research, sorry.
Yeah, it's about this lovely little country town where everyone's warm and cosy and friendly, and then suddenly this huge pig starts tearing them apart.
And I believe there's a movie that you've written and are directing that you're going to start shooting soon.
Hopefully around July, August, yeah.
Can you tell us a little bit about it?
Yeah, it's called Who Cares Sal, and it's a sort of a feel-good film, and it's about a Down syndrome guy who loses his mum and then goes in search of his estranged father, who was a one-night stand back in '83. And this Down syndrome guy manages to find his father and reconnect and, you know, live happily ever after.
Well, it sounds absolutely fantastic. Good luck with it. And thanks for joining me today on the Trekzone Spotlight.
Thanks for having me.
Next up, Bob Morley from the CW's The 100, another Aussie actor. Bob, thanks so much for your time today.
Yeah, no worries. No, happy to be here.
So, you started out on Home and Away and Neighbours. You've made it stateside now and you're in Canada shooting The 100.
Yeah, I've been there for like the last 5 years. I've been in, I think, almost every episode of The 100. But yeah, it's quite different from the cul-de-sac out at like Box Hill, I think that's where it is. Yeah, and and Palm Beach. But yeah, no, it's great. I'm really happy that I've managed to work something out, you know.
So what got you into acting?
Well, I did it through school, but at university I studied geological engineering, and I realised that wasn't really what I wanted to do, so went and did creative arts out at La Trobe University in Melbourne. And just from there, started writing plays and whatnot, and one happened to be at the Arts Centre, and the casting agents from Home and Away came and saw it, and then and then that was it. I ended up being on Home and Away like 2 weeks later.
Now I'm going to ask you a controversial question here. Home and Away or Neighbours? Which one's better?
Better? I don't know. But you see, I really liked working on Neighbours because I was home in Melbourne, so there was that. But you know, in retrospect, like being able to work on like Palm Beach, which I think is one of the nicest beaches there is, I just took that for granted as a 21-year-old, and I didn't want to be there anymore. And it was silly now that I'm working in a freezing mountains in Canada. I'm like, oh, it'd be nice to work on a beach again. Yeah. So what does the 100 involve for you? In terms of filming and all that sort of stuff. Yeah, so we spend about 6 months of the year up in Canada, up in Vancouver, shooting that. So we get there in like the end of summer and fall, which is beautiful. But then we go through winter, obviously, and all that. But for my character, there's a lot of like fighting and blood and crying, and yeah, there's a whole gamut of stuff that I get to do as an actor, which is pretty spectacular for me. Yeah.
And you're not only an actor, there's some philanthropic work that you're doing as well, with charity work Beyond Blue.
Oh yeah, there's a company called Represent, which I get to they help me design T-shirts and stuff, and I get to raise awareness and money. So I did that. I did one maybe 3 years ago that like helped out Beyond Blue, and then one just recently that's the money went to the Jed Foundation, which is all for like teen suicide prevention. I think it's really important to talk about your issues and for it to be an open two-way street, because you should no one should feel bad about having depression or bipolar or anxiety, and yeah, I just kind of want to bring that to light and make sure that everyone knows that they're not alone.
So where did that come about for you?
I mean, myself, I struggled with depression for a lot of years. Sorry, I'm like, well, hot under these lights. But myself, I struggled with depression for a lot of years, and I went and I saw a therapist since I was 16, and I just think that it's something that you shouldn't be afraid of talking about. It shouldn't be taboo. So I know that I struggled a lot when I was a teenager, and I think if I can say anything to anyone, it's that you're not alone, basically.
And I believe your fans have set up a charity or a something in your name as well for donations of your autographs and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, this is the thing about the 100 fans, or even the hundreds, the fans.
The hundreds of fans.
Yeah, just fans that are of me that have taken it in their stride as well to promote and to make money for. I mean, raise awareness for Beyond Blue and the Jed Foundation. Yeah, I think it's great that they've done that, and it means that the message is getting through, which is cool.
And I believe you've got another season of The 100 coming up?
Season 5 is out now in the States. I'm not sure when it's out in Australia, but we'll find out whether Season 6 is happening, but yeah, we'll see.
Well, fantastic, Bob. Good luck with it all.
Thank you.
Well, there you go, a quick trip around the media room at Supanova on the Gold Coast, at the Gold Coast Convention and Exhibition Centre. It is a huge thanks to Supanova for letting us in again this year to cover the event. More Trekzone Spotlight coverage at Supanova coming up.